We talk about outlining. Do you do an outline before you write?
I'd rather not, but usually that's required for the job. Like if I'm getting paid for it, they'll want to know. Right these days, to get hired to write a script, you pretty much have to write the script. Like you have to write like a 35-page outline for a 90-page script. You know, turn it in before you can get hired to write the script. So when I'm writing for other people, I do whatever it takes to make them comfortable with it, which normally involves an outline. Me, it's kind of like, for me, I'm not a musician, but I feel like it's like just jazz, you know? I feel when it's time for a change. I can feel when, you know, we need to know more about a character. It's like, it's very, my way of working, it's very artificial to say, at this point, on page 12, we need to learn that Charlie has a secret. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't know if that secret is. I'm like, do I make it up now, or do I wait until I get to know who Charlie is and, you know, write that in? And like, I feel like the music of it, I just know on page 12, maybe there's something he's not sharing with us. Maybe it's this, you know? It's just way more organic, and I feel like it flows. A lot of times with outlines, I'll find when I'm writing the actual script, I won't feel it going the way that the outline was. You know what I mean? So it's either like I do something false. I'm suddenly writing, for me, a lot of times, especially the rewrite process for other people's work, is taking a round peg and putting it into a square hole. It's like, here's a movie. This is an actual true story. I had written a film that was a beach sport kind of romantic comedy that was set in Thailand. The note I got from the studio was, great, love it, only now it's in Bulgaria and it's Christmas. So my rewrite was to completely and utterly change the entire, you know, scenery and what's happening, right? Round peg, square hole. And it's like a Rubik's Cube kind of problem. It doesn't necessarily lead to good writing, right? Like when you're trying to problem solve instead of telling the most compelling story. That's what I hate about outlining. That's why I don't like being pushed into a corner by some random decision I made 3 months ago when I was just trying to make people feel comfortable about what the movie was going to be. Does that make sense? I can ramble about it for the next 2 hours because it's something that I struggle with a lot.
When you finish a script, what's your process? Let's suppose you've gone through several drafts and it's for yourself.
Yeah.
This is not writing for someone else. And you're like, you know what, I feel good. I've had a couple people look at it. Then what's your process?
Well, what's cool about being able to write the movie and then make it and stuff, which is my favorite, of course, is that it's never done. Like we get a whole new process. Like once we get a cast, I get notes from the actors. I do a read through with as much of the cast as I can pull together. Then I get notes. Then we talk about that. Then we get on set and we'll talk about it then. What's great about being in charge is that I know I'm not Shakespeare. I know that there's always room for improvement, you know, and the key to being a good project manager or a good director is like being able to listen to everybody's suggestions and then make a clear, distinctive choice and then stick with that choice. You know what I mean? But like, I can't tell you how many times I've been really happy with a scene and gotten on set and the actor has said something funnier and I've just been like, well, damn it. There you go. You get the line that's going to be in the trailer and I did not write it. I mean, I had Dave Foley in 6 Month Rule from Kids in the Hall. And that guy, I mean, first of all, the only actor to ever come up to me and ask if he could do a different line reading. Like most actors just change the line, and I certainly am not offended by that. You know, it's like I've done it myself. But he came up to me and he's like, Blayne, I have a line suggestion. Would you like to hear it? And I'm like, Dave, yes, I would. And I can go ahead and tell you that you can probably say whatever you want. And he's hilarious. And he elevated every single one of his scenes, which were pretty funny to begin with. But like that, and I get to take credit for that because I'm the director.
Yeah,
I let him say that. See, that's how smart I am. I cast him, and then I let him be him.